In Book 67, it was decided that Karen's grandparents would stay until January. Now it's February, and they're still here. We're not told why. Also, Karen spent the last 2 months at her father's house instead of going back to Mom's, like the custody agreement says. Again, we're not really told why.
Argo Funk Book Review. Argo Funk Book Review.
This book was written by Stephanie Colmanson. At school, the teacher starts a new unit on feelings. Their homework is to find a book about feelings. Karen goes home where she and her granddad talk about various children's books. Bobby brings in a book about a dead grandfather, while Ricky brings in a book about a dead father. Miss Coleman insists on reading the book out loud. We're only a quarter of the way through the book, and there's already been a lot of talk about dead relatives. I'm starting to worry for Granddad's future. The class guinea pig, Hootie, makes a lot of noise. Karen figures he's lonely without another guinea pig to play with. Grandad has a heart attack in the middle of the night. Karen is scared as an ambulance arrives at the house and takes him to the coronary intensive care unit. At school, the class talks about getting a second guinea pig. Miss Coleman agrees to take everyone on a field trip to the pet store to get one. She says they have to get a male guinea pig to prevent any unexpected pregnancies. Mom takes Karen and Andrew to the hospital. They're not allowed inside the room where Grandad is, but they can see him through a window. Karen tries to pantomime the story of her class getting a second guinea pig. That's a really difficult thing to mime. I doubt her grandfather knew what she was trying to say. Karen can write perfectly well. I don't know why she didn't write him a letter. Mom goes in and out of Granddad's room, so she easily could have passed on a letter to Grandad. She also could have repeated Karen's story directly to Grandad. I don't know why she didn't. Grandad dies at the hospital that night. Karen is sad, and her class has a discussion about the different feelings you have when someone dies. Karen goes to the funeral and the burial. Not to nitpick, but they spell the word cemetery 2 different ways in back-to-back sentences. The class has a field trip to the pet store. They all vote on which guinea pig they want. They have another vote to name him Everett. Just as the teacher feared, the new guinea pig is female. They really should have double-checked with the store first, instead of assuming the animal the kids picked at random is a male. Hootie quickly impregnates Everett, who is renamed Evelyn. She has a litter of cute babies. Granny seems kind of lonely now. Mom thinks she should volunteer at the library, while Seth thinks she should get an apartment. Karen thinks she should get a guinea pig. And I swear, this book has been 25% death and 75% guinea pigs. The class holds a lottery for the guinea pig babies. Karen wins one. She plans to give it to Granny when Granny announces she's going back to live on the family farm in Nebraska. Karen gives the guinea pig to a classmate instead. Her classmate is happy, and the teacher turns this into a lesson on how quickly feelings can change. There's a chapter where Granny goes home, followed by a chapter where all the guinea pig babies go home. Because of course, this book thinks the guinea pig babies are more important than Granny. I swear, this book has its priorities completely mixed up. The end. Post-book follow-up. Here's the Karen drinking game. As usual, Karen behaves herself in serious books. I like the Grandad storyline. I was surprised that Grandad died before the halfway point of the story. His last book had a lot of nice scenes with him and Karen playing together. I thought they were out of place, but now they make more sense. They gave us a bunch of nice Karen Grandad scenes in preparation for his upcoming death in this book. It's a little odd that all the touching Karen and Grandad stuff was in a different book. This book only has 1 chapter of the 2 of them together, and it wasn't really a good chapter. It was them summarizing other books for Karen's school. I think it would have been more impactful if we had a truly touching scene with them before Grandad got sick. In the same way, it would have been more impactful if Karen got a touching goodbye with Grandad, instead of a scene where she mimes a story about guinea pigs. My main problem with this book is the guinea pig story. It does not at all match with the dead grandfather story. It's almost comical how much the two stories don't fit with each other. Who on earth thought it would be a good idea to include a humorous guinea pig pregnancy story in the dramatic book about a dead grandfather? Not only that, but it's the main story. There are more guinea pig chapters than Grandad chapters. No! The Grandad story should have been the focus of the book, not the guinea pig! This book is named after Grandad. Not to mention the story of an allegedly male animal getting pregnant is reused from Babysitter's Club number 22. They just changed the animal from a hamster to a guinea pig. Overall, this is an okay book about a girl dealing with a grandparent's death. I think it's better than the Dead Goldfish book for sure. But the guinea pig story was completely out of place. It does not work and it really brings the book down. Maybe the author was trying to contrast death with new life, but if so, the attempt at being poetic totally misses the mark. I give Babysitter's Little Sister number 70, Karen's Grandad, a sideways thumbs up.